Do you find that it's a never-ending struggle to get your child to listen to you? You ask your child to stop whining for the 100th time, but the whining continues? Hi, I'm Grace. It's almost Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to you and your family, and especially your little one. Last year for Valentine's Day, I did a book recommendation video, The 5 Love Languages of Children. So if you haven't watched the video, the link is in the description box below. If you haven't read the book yet, I highly suggest that you read, because there is so much that you can learn about yourself as a parent and also about your child, and that piece of information will certainly help you in your parenting journey. Anyway, since it's Valentine's week again, I have another book for you. Well, this book has the solution for all your parenting struggles. So watch this video until the very end, because I'm going to share with you our experience and how this simple technique has been a game changer. Children are a great blessing, no doubt about it. They are adorable and curious little beings who are full of life and energy. One minute they can melt our hearts, but the next minute they can turn into these beings who can literally drive us nuts, drive us crazy. If you're watching this video, I assume you're a parent and you know what I'm talking about, right? So what do we do in those situations? Do we have a strategy in place? Because if we don't have a strategy in place, chances are we would resort to yelling, screaming, negotiating, arguing. In short, we will be throwing a mini tantrum just like our children. We will not be responding to those situations. We'll be reacting. And I'm guilty of doing it many times. But after end of all this drama, how does it make us feel? Guilty? Frustrated? After every episode, we promise ourselves to behave a certain way, to do things differently, to be polite, to handle our children in a better way. But the next time comes and you and I know that the cycle continues. Well, in this book, the author suggests a simple solution to all this drama. So when your child does not listen to you and continues to do a certain thing which is not right, you don't have to yell, scream, or lecture or try to explain. But all you have to do is, in a gentle and a firm voice, tell your child that what he or she is doing is not the right thing to do, and count to 3. No talking. Just count to 3, and when you hit 3, there should be a consequence. Something in your child's world has to change. Have you ever been in a situation where you're in a hurry and you ask your child to hurry up, but then your child gives you a damn and continues to play? Personally, that rubs me the wrong way. Prior to using the technique, I would try to explain things to our son, try to lecture, and try to make him understand why we are in a hurry and he needs to hurry up, and end up screaming and yelling. Literally, I would throw a mini tantrum. So after I started using the technique, all I do is tell him that what he's doing is not the right thing at that point in time, and I'll simply count to 3. By the time I hit 3 and he doesn't stop or doesn't show up, there is a consequence. As far as consequences are concerned, it can be anything from turning off the TV to denying your child his or her favorite toy. The book suggests different consequences, including timeouts. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of timeouts. I used to think that timeouts were a great tool when it comes to disciplining children, but not anymore. So what we do is, when we feel that our son has to take some time to cool down, we find a quiet place, and I make sure that I go with him. So we usually use the stairwell, because there's not much distraction. We go there and sit together. We either sit quietly or we take deep breaths. If our son is really mad that day and he needs to literally cool down, he gets to throw balls as many times as he wants until he is fully cooled. So at that point, we either talk about what went wrong, how we could have done things differently, or we simply don't talk about it at all and get going with our day. So that works for us. So it's up to you, the parent, to decide what kind of consequence you want to give to your child. But whatever you do before you count or decide to give a consequence, it's so important that we remember that not all poor behavior is an outcome of defiance that needs to be addressed, because most of the times, if a child is not listening or behaving poorly, it can be simply because the child is feeling sleepy or hungry or tired or bored, and we don't want to be disciplining a child who is already tired. Expecting a child to behave at his or her best when the child is sleepy, tired, is too much to ask of a child. Other times, bad behavior can be an outcome of an underlying need, a need to feel connected, a need to feel loved. Maybe because we wouldn't have spent enough time with our children lately, and so they are feeling, unloved. I read somewhere that children spell love as T-I-M-E. So it is so important that we make frequent deposits into our children's emotional bank account so they feel loved and are encouraged to listen to us, to demonstrate good behavior. Other times I feel a bad behavior, or if a child is not listening or behaving poorly, it can simply be an outcome of the parent's emotional state, because children until a certain age are like mirrors. Personally, I feel that our son just reflects my inner state. If I'm having a great day, he would behave at his best self. If I'm having a bad day, I can be certain that he's going to have a bad day too. He's going to do something that I'm not going to like, that's going to be really frustrating. So on those days, instead of counting and giving a consequence, I had to take some time off and reflect on my inner self and fix my problem before handling him and his behavior. But certain times, as parents, we can overlook our own mistakes and can be really harsh on our children. So the point I'm trying to make here is, well, of course, counting, consequences, and disciplining our children are really great. But at the same time, it is equally important to remember that the main intention to do all this is not to punish a child for bad behavior, but to help a child learn to respect boundaries, help a child to do the right thing whether he feels like it or not. That is our main goal. So, I've done a lot of talking today, I know, but I really wanted to share this with you. I wanted to suggest this book to you if at all you're looking for a good parenting book to read. And I also wanted to share this technique because it has been a game changer for us. So that's it for now. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then let us know in the comments below. If there is any strategy that you are following, please do share with us. And I wish you all once again a happy Valentine's Day. If you're new here, we welcome you to join our family. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on Facebook, like our page. I will see you guys again in my next video. Till then, take care and bye for now.
Don't like that when you say 10. Do 3 to your mouth like.
Okay.
Okay. Hold it to the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20. And you said.
Okay, now your turn.
If I turn, you do to 20.
Okay, your turn.
No,
okay, sure.
20.
Sure, okay. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,